don't look like I'm breathing.
Hello, my name is Trinice Campbell, and I am doing my demonstrative speech on how to perform CPR. And these are, once again, my 5 family members, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, my husband, and of course me, that will that have volunteered as I prepare my speech. And I will hand the recording off to someone to record the demonstration speech. Have you ever come into a situation, or should I say, you might come into a situation where you may have to perform CPR, where you may have to save a life? According to the American Heart Association, about 92,000 people suffer from cardiac arrest. And only 32% of sudden cardiac arrest get CPR because of most bystanders do not have the training. So learning CPR is important, and it can save a life. Through my research, I found that cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, is defined as an emergency procedure which is performed in effort to manually preserve intact brain function until further measures are taken to restore the spontaneous blood circulation and breathing in a person in cardiac arrest. The main purpose of CPR is to restore partial flow of oxygenated blood to the brain and heart. The objective is to delay tissue death and to extend a brief window of opportunity for a successful resuscitation without permanent brain damage. I intend to demonstrate to you how to properly perform CPR. Now that you know CPR and what it is and how it can help someone, now I will walk you through the procedures to do so. First is to check and call. You check the scene, make sure the scene is safe. And then you check the person as well. And my husband has graciously volunteered, so. But first thing you do is tap on the shoulder, and you would say, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" If the person is non-respondent, you would say, "Someone call 911." Okay, and then you again want to check for the breathing and make sure that he is or is not breathing. So we're going to say the person is not breathing. So then you begin your chest compressions. So you properly take the heel of your hand and place it onto the person's chest. And then you take the heel of the other hand and cross it over on top of the hand in the center of the person's chest. Okay? Then you want to make your chest compressions. And when you're making your chest compressions, you want to make sure they're 2 inches in depth when you press down. And when you press, you want to press hard and you want to press fast, because the person's life is dependent on you, maybe dependent on you. And I can say that, you know, by doing this, you may be able to save a person's life. And so as we press in and press hard, you are going to, you can count, but total overall you will have 100 compressions within 1 minute. So an example would be 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. And then you can also check for breathing. And you continue on. It's a continuous cycle. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. And you just continue to check for breathing. And as you continue on, you know, you do not stop. The only reason why you would stop for your chest compressions is if the scene becomes unsafe. You never want to put yourself in harm's way. You can't save a life if you're in harm's way. And obviously, one obvious reason if the person begins breathing. And I'm going to say that my person is breathing, and that we have helped save his life, and that would be one reason why you would stop. And then also, if an someone from EMS arrives on the scene and take over the chest compressions, or if another one that is someone else that is trained doing CPR can take over the scene as well. And so, as I stated before, you've learned the procedures on how to perform the CPR, and I hope that you will take in consideration as to doing or learning how to properly perform CPR. In conclusion, I would just like to say that if you learn CPR, you can save a life. As I stated earlier, only about 32% of sudden cardiac arrest get CPR because most bystanders do not have the training. One of the major organizations where you can learn CPR from is American Red Cross. And once you go through your training, they will give you a certification card or a training card that says, this recognizes that, and it will state your name. Of course, it says Trinice Campbell has completed the requirements of CPR, adult, child, and infant, conducted by an agency, which I went to an outside agency, and it states the date it was completed, and it also has the American Red Cross recognizes that is valid for 1 year. So you will have to take the training on a yearly basis. And also, I just want to tell you that for infants, the CPR training is a little different. You will hold an infant, you will hold the infant on the palm or the heel of the palm. You put the on your hand. So the infant will be basically looking towards the ground, and the infant will be, you will hold them over on your chest, and you will do the chest compressions that way. And as always, on the heel of your hand. For more information, you can, of course, call your American Red Cross, and hopefully you've learned something, but most importantly, I hope you've been encouraged, and hopefully you can save a life. And I will show my participants again as a requirement. They are, of course, still here. 5, and that is it. Thank you.